Not the disciple have an experience, no. That was his explanation. Master. Mappa. And he was Miller, raper. He raped millions. He was the most biggest criminal ever. Miller, raper. The million raper. So I liked him. In this monastery, in this cave where he was, wow, in the Malaya, Ladakh, wow. I like it. Good. So what to do? Yeah, but the main question is, what is it worth to be? Is it really worth to be something what has to own something to be, or getting more and being more or something, or is it just a joke? Just a jerking around with your own existence? Becoming a wanker of money and what I have and what I don't have and what car I drive and all that, whatever. Or being that quality, the treasure itself, that what is a treasure, which is only that two words to be, the treasure itself. And how to treasure that? You try to treasure it, but as much of a treasure as you make it a relative treasure. You try to make it your treasure. So just be the treasure and not having any treasure is the easiest. The effortlessness of being the treasure itself. So if you want to treasure yourself, be the treasure. But you cannot own it in any relative way. And you cannot show it to anyone. That's the whole problem. But now you want to get maybe enlightened because you want to show your friends what you can do. Look, I could be so enlightened. And I'm always happy. I'm always happy. You can be happy too if you just That's this old guy from, what's his name? Shankar? This trumpy guy sitting. Or the master of Muktananda, he was a grumpy one. I like this grumpy ones. Because really give a shit they really give a shit if you believe that you're happy or whatever, because they show you can be the most grumpy bastard on earth and it doesn't matter. All this happy, smiling, Meha Babas. Nim Karoli Baba. Like to take this sweet and then you can be without coffin. I hate them all. Including him. I hate you. That's why I expect carelessness. He really gave a shit if I hate him or love him. That is his nature. That's the nature of this mountain. You can hate him or love him, really. There cannot be more carelessness there. And you have nothing what you can give to him. There's no devotion. You need it, because what you believe to have is already his. Yeah, in that sense, have it. Eating nuts. Holland, something in the front now. Nothing today. And Japan, you have a question? Thanks God they play my music in Japan. They buy more my music in Japan than in Europe. Strange. They like this crazy stuff. How is Japan these days?
It's people life is very difficult since it's people getting more difficult life. I feel.
Yeah. And they started the nuclear reactors again.
Yeah, since that it really depressed atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, their stillness is there if you are there. So if you have, you can be also, but it's atmosphere of all country and also this is really terrible.
Yeah.
It's really very, very strong. Very
Quite fearful. Huh?
Yes, totally. It's not happy.
No.
But it's this in the whole in Europe also. It's
Everywhere. It's a mood of the whole world.
Yes, I think so.
It's quite depressing.
Different reason, but this is all over the.
It's a bit tougher time now.
Yes.
Everywhere. Even in Germany now, the whole refugees coming and the Germans shaking.
No, Germany is very calm, no?
No, not
it's
anymore.
Really coming.
They're really coming.
Oh, it's only to Germany.
They shot okay.
Go Germany.
That's the reason I'm here now.
And all countries there, Poland, Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, all say no.
Oh no, Germany. Yeah, because Germany has a bad reputation.
Yes. But they eat only bread with butter.
Yeah.
Have to show that.
We have to show the world we are not so bad.
Yes.
But that is really hard. Now they all come.
Yes.
We bit blah blah blah, but now it's really we have to.
Your new house will be full.
I have no house in Germany.
I know you have a house.
No, I bought a holiday home. That's too cold for refugees even in winter. I made a good choice. And in Mallorca, no one will come anyway. Not even me. Yeah, it's so it's like a swing to the more depression. There was for a while there was like a jolly world more like economically and other thing, and now it's a bit more depression. It's always swing like a swinging pendulum. So it will change again. Not to worry about, or we can worry about. Don't worry that you worry. Maybe. Or now China is more. Maybe this whole constipated weather is from Indonesia here. All this burning thing, and the air feels like you cannot breathe or something. You never know where it comes from. Like coming from the east monsoon coming from there, and all with the monsoon coming all this constipated air.
At least we have trees on our national for oxygen.
Yeah. Or we can blame that one, or we can blame the fire in Indonesia. Oh, I feel today. Yeah, what to do? No, thanks God, all of that. What can it make to you? It will be taken care of. It's already taken care of. The future will take care about the future. Let the future take care about the future, and the now of the now, and the past took care about the past, and just be what you are. So it will always change again anyway. Whatever you achieve, you have to lose again. Whatever you gain, it's gone already. All that. No, actually, there's absolutely no way out. That it will never be solid enough. There will never be any paradise you can find on earth, and all of that. That all of that is just a fleeting shadow of fleeting whatever experiences, coming and going. So when it comes, it's already gone. So, but the same as depression. The depression comes, it's already gone. The bad is as the good comes and goes. So it's all a ghost story. What to do with it? But still I like it in winter more here than in Germany. I like that what I am can have preferences or not. It doesn't. Even that doesn't make me more or less. That's it. You don't have to show how enlightened you are. That you stick on one place and you take everything as it is. You can have preferences or not. Because my preference every morning is to prefer Renz. From that moment on, it's too late anyway. And Renz has many preferences. Never Renz out. Ren. So my name is no way out anyway. No concurrence. I have no concurrence to Renz. Renz is as good or bad enough as anything. It will be rinsed out anyway, sooner or later. Transition. And there's for sure no tolerance. Because there is my tolerance limit. No tolerance.
That is where you merged with the Eckhart Tolle.
I what?
Tolerance.
I mentioned.
Merged with
I
Eckhart
merged?
Tolle.
Now you offend me.
Tolerance.
No, thanks God he is doing the job like being a celebrity and having interviews with television and all that bullshit, and has to prove that he loves nature more than anything, that he can be alone in the forest and loves this. I love it. He's so stuck in that he has to present himself as peaceful and silent and thing and shiny.
But I have a feeling, I do not know, he believes in it.
Of course, everyone's authentic.
So
You believe that you are from Croatia.
Yes.
Why should he not believe that he has the power of now? Well, no, I say whatever you say, it's authentic. An authentic lie.
Yes.
He is not more or less an authentic liar as this one. And lying to oneself, who cares? You're the liar and the one who you lie to. And who else can you rely? For sure you can rely the next lie will be as good as the other one, or as bad. And you will always put a trap in front of you, you will step into it.
But I'm enjoying that he is your hidden shadow side.
I am his hidden shadow side. Those Germans, that's the way around. Now she really tries hard to offend me. I am the shadow of Tolle. I'd rather be his shadow than his wife.
Now you have to tell us your conversations.
I assume you know him.
What? I met him once, but I met his wife much earlier.
That is why.
Hmm?
That is why.
Jetzt war es gut wife. Wife.
Wi-Fi.
If you don't know why you're here, your wife will tell you. She knows why. That's why she called wife.
Wi-Fi.
No, Kim I like. Kim is a banana walking. Her grandma, she told me, I talked to her a lot, and her grandma called her always my little banana. You know why? She's born in Vancouver. So she behaves totally white, like a white girl. Like a girl, but she looks yellow. That's called a banana. She's yellow but white inside. And what was a Negro called then? In German we have the Negerküsse, sind innen weiß und nach draußen schwarz.
Maltese.
Nigger, we call them Negerkiss in German. They're now called dick men. It's crazy. This political correctness is so it takes over so much. And I'm enjoying nothing more than being politically incorrect. It's so boring. For 150 years they called a little sweet like a brown chocolate with inside some white, I don't know what it is, cream things. They call it a negerkuss, a nigger kiss, a kiss of a nigger. It's a very sweet, oh. Now they call them dickmans.
Ein anderer Name war Mohrenköpfe.
Yeah, but no, Mohrenkopf is something else.
Also,
That's, I think it's a chocolate too, but without this white.
No, it goes the same.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. And Dickmans is a brand. They don't call
But they call them dickmans now.
Now they don't
Give
call
me a
it.
dickman.
I just had it. They don't call it Dickman.
What do you call them?
It's just a brand.
Yeah, but what do you call them?
I think sweet chocolate kisses.
No.
In Austria it's Sweden bomb.
Swedish bomb. In Austria. No, but the worst the most fascistic thing, or not, whatever they call it, it's in Switzerland. What they call niggers now. They call maximum pigmented. Yeah, seriously. If there's a witness, like a court case, there was a maximum pigmented person coming. They call it political correctness. I think it's putting things more down, whatever. It's really like a joke. Maximized, pigmented. And white people could minimized. Minimum pigmented. Less pig inside. Pigmented. It's absurd. It cannot get more absurd. This world is already. You don't have to try.
have you ever met Mabuka?
The only time in Usha, sometimes in the late 90s, or one time in the son of the barber of Ramallah. He was sitting next in the chair and talking to some whatever Hansman tralala, about his enlightenment. And I went, oh. No. What about him?
I thought you ever met him. Mabuka, the German.
I never talked to him.
German guru.
You wouldn't talk to you either.
No? I like he has no discrimination. He takes every girl to bed.
He's not the only one.
Huh?
The ladies.
No, he has no age problem. No, how she doesn't. I think he's saying when I turn off the light, it doesn't matter anyway. No, he is known for that. He is known for that in everyone that is a big master, especially if he has sex with them. I don't know. At least I have no idea. I think he takes himself too serious. A little bit.
I heard he's very quick.
Quickly. But he offers himself to everyone.
It's amazing. It can be done quickly, huh?
He has a big work in front of him.
He has a lot to do.
It's a lot of work.
How to get through in one day.
The
But
discrimination.
again, Papaji made a mistake. He called him Madoka, and then all the girls will fly like bees on you.
I don't think
A
Papaji
lot of
even gave him
mistakes.
that name.
Papaji.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
I have
terrible.
no idea. Thanks God I was not
Lots of
there.
mistakes.
But he claims it at least.
It's bullshit.
So many mistakes.
I think there were many who claim something from Papaji. He never did. There was a dream time, like a dream time happening. Everyone made up his own story.
He came to Australia in the dream time.
Yeah. The Aboriginal story. No, as everyone makes up his own story anyway, later on. Like everyone who sits here has a different, what happened today, everyone has a different story. What did Karl? Oh no, not I know, this one, not that one. What happened? Oh. What to do?
Yeah, but like the collective decides that the mountain is Shiva, or the collective decides
The
that
totality.
this person is intelligent or this
No, no.
person is enlightened, that makes them that.
No, it doesn't make them that. Consciousness plays that. Doesn't make them that. Consciousness never becomes what it plays. Just playing enlightened, but it doesn't become enlightened by that. It plays unenlightened, it's not unenlightened. It plays bodies, but it doesn't become the body by that. It plays the mountain, but it's not the mountain. It's like a play, the play of Shiva, the play of consciousness. So there is no reality in enlightened ones. The only reality in enlightened ones is consciousness plays enlightened. And consciousness played before unenlightened. And consciousness plays now awakened, and then before it plays unawakened. And it plays all. The absolute energy, that what is energy itself, who's playing and giving whatever information of that what is Shiva. It's an information, but it never becomes by that information. The information is that what is realizing itself by informations, but it never becomes more or less by any information. So it's an information of it, but it's not that what is form or non-form, whatever is part of that information. It's always, you cannot find that Shiva in any information, not even the information of light. You can, as an information. So you can never find it. So enlightened ones are as an information of that as unenlightened ones. Or the whole universe is an information of that. Or the realization of reality, call it whatever. There was never any, in nature, never any difference between enlightened ones and non-enlightened ones. Or awakened or non-awakened ones. Because all of that is a realization of reality, and that's not true, but it's not what is reality. It's an information of reality. And the information is not different from reality, but it's not reality.
It's very hard for my mind to recommend all this.
No, it's like Jesus or Christ when he said, me and the Father is one. Like awareness, or the Father, the ritual. Me and the Father is one, but I'm not the Father. Me and the Spirit is one, but I'm not the Spirit. Me and man is one, but I'm not the man. I am heart. The heart of the Father, the heart of Spirit, and the heart of man. I am heart itself, which is realizing itself as the Father, the Spirit, and the Son. Not more, not less. So you are the absolute existence who is realizing itself as this trinity of, what do you call it, awareness, spirit, and then this so-called unconscious behaving bodies matter.
I suppose what I'm trying to say here is that what comes first, the egg or the chicken kind of a thing. Well, I remember from the days of Muktananda, okay, he passed away, and he passed the torch to his translator. And
To his translator?
She
Or
was
to-
his translator, yeah.
to
They
this
were
lady.
My brother and the son.
Yeah, the lady become much more
daughter.
famous.
Yeah. She became the follower. And I remember I just happened to be around that group at the time, and she seemed like a nobody. Yeah, she came to Los Angeles. There was a conference, and she didn't seem to have much power. And I wasn't associated with that group. 10 years ago, later, a friend said, "Hey, Guru Maya is around. Let's go see her." And I've known a lot of people who were into that path, and every day they would see beggar after and pray to Guru Maya, right? And here I am, 10 years later, going to this conference, and there's thousands of people there, hundreds of people in this big theater, right? And she's on the podium, and I'm looking at her. Oh my God, she became this powerhouse. And I'm thinking to myself, is that because all these people are praying to her and putting their attention for years on her?
If it's
What
not-
comes first, the egg or the chicken, you know?
No, maybe you are right, maybe it's
I mean, is it that they put their attention, or is it the consciousness had that idea already to take this
No, it was,
nobody person and make
it was
them
already
big?
in the future, it was already meant to happen like that. It was already there. And then all the steps lead to that.
Okay.
It's not like someone did something. It's like Ramana would say, how do you make the trouble? You start with the first step in America, you enter maybe in that time a boat, and then you take a train, and then a bullock car, and then you end here. But all that ended up to that what is now. It's not like, now you're here and there will be something following, whatever. It will maybe not end. So out of the smallest, whatever can become the biggest Shakti, tralala. You never know. I have no idea. I'm always amazed if I watch football, that 100,000 people or millions of people looking at this little ball, what this little ball is doing. And then, when this little ball goes to the square, and everyone, wow, what an energy and oneness appearing. Wow, what consciousness can do. Then Guru Maya it's pipi-fats. Yeah, I mean it. If consciousness wants like a little thing becoming very big, like, and this football is the most boring bullshit game ever.
So much unity there. You go
Yeah,
there's huge unity there.
no church, no pope can ever create that oneness when there is a goal. Wow! And happiness. The whole stadium is beaming of a Shakti. All the ashrams of India cannot create so much Shakti as one goal in football.
But it's only half the stadium, the other half is set.
It depends if the home players shoot or the guests. Yeah, but it's both the same. The depression goes, it's the same energetic.
Yeah.
This sadness. Ooh, and they're going, And in nature, they are not different in a way. So one get totally sad, 50,000 sad, and 50,000 happy. Ha, hoo, ho, And Yayan sits here in India and is on the little television. So there is no distance in anything, just information. It's like a trigger. And then here's this guy said by view, by word or by touch, the guru can initiate you. It's like if the Satguru looks at you, whatever, then you get initiated by that. So you resonate with that. As you resonate in the big stadium with that oneness thing, or the sadness or thing, that was resonate with whatever is around. So, and if that is, then we call it good company. If this initiation happens, this fire will burn you, if you like it or not. It will burn everything. So if the sun is touching you, this will be your final touch. Or not. No one. Anything can happen. I like it. Unpredictable. Out of the little mouse becomes a big rat. Look, out of little egg and some sperm, you came up. How can lights do that? Wow. Miracles everywhere. Miracle lip. Oh, here. So, last question. You're from
Russia.
Russia too. And now a question? Last question?
Last question?
Yeah, it's the time now. I'm German. I'm always talk.
On such a request cannot provide any. So usually something spontaneous came as response for what you're telling.
Yeah.
Not like on.
You're spontaneous.
Then my mind should, make something concentrated and then create something that will be lifeless.
You think you can make something lively?
Lifeless.
Yeah, but you think you can produce something what is more lively?
But I can have a question that's really touches
You think you have a real
me, or
question?
I can just say something.
You think you have a real question?
No, I don't. But sometimes I have something I have no answer then, and then I look for an answer, and then I can answer. Yes, question. But if no, then if I cannot find my question, then I go for an answer. But first I prefer to see something inside them.
Okay.
So what are your plans for today? Something like that? Just
My
to
plans?
finish? Yes, just a question.
I watch television. I have every day my schedule.
Really? Which one?
I watch here television and I go home watch television. I'm uninterrupted watching television. Because what I am, I'm never in the program, I'm always watching television. It's always television, it's always like a television. But the program is changing, but that what the absolute witness, that is absolute seer, is uninterrupted. So I always watch television. Sometimes even the blank screen, which is what is part of television. I cannot not watch television. It's this guy, like the absolute seer, cannot not see. So the absolute seer has to realize himself in a television program. Always different, and sometimes it's more or less boring or not, or more exciting or anything, but it's always your television program. And the problem is you have no remote control. Because some claim that they're enlightened, they have a remote control. Or they're awakened, now they found a remote control. They can maybe change the program, because now they have a oneness program. They keep it or something. But I have not even a remote control, and batteries are not provided. So sooner or later, the one who believes in having a remote control with a little battery, the battery runs out of energy, and suddenly they lose all their control again. They're back in business again. All these awakened ones, all their things, just wait a moment. They will run out of the battery of the remote control, and then they will be back in this program of soap opera, All My Children. You remember All My Children? In America, the longest running soap opera ever, All My Children. Oh, I was learning English by that. Every morning, 11 to 12, there was Perry Mason. That was English, because I had to understand the past, future, present, because in that court cases they had to talk, and I had to, and then 1 hour later, All My Children, the biggest bullshit soap opera, but that was original American English. So English, American English. And between that, that's, now I'm presenting. And then I went to Australia 1 year later, and then I got the and I'm cut. So I'm a bastard of the English bastard.
Skippy.
Skippy's a kangaroo. Flipper. Skip it all. Okay, it was.